some people within the party, you can't indict the entire party, but there's some people within the party, unfortunately, they're not all like Lynn Bennett. I wish Lynn was running for president. How about that? Lynn Bennett for president. But she's salt to the earth. Let me tell you something. Every time I come to South Carolina, I run to her house before I go to anybody else's. My family, but how come you ain't gonna stay with that white woman? I'm going to Lynn's house. Have you had her banana pudding? Moral literacy. Okay, moral literacy. And how do we get to this place where, for example, okay, people like to focus in on ethnic or identity politics, but more women are single today having children than ever before in the country. Not just black women, women, period. And when you start talking about poverty, you know the number one indicator, the number one driver of poverty? Single parents. Single parents. So until we can get back to teaching our young ladies that simple message, respect yourself, young lady. Respect yourself. Young man, respect these young ladies. They're not just sexual objects. Amen. Because now, you know what? You can't even watch a potato chip commercial without getting sexually excited now. It's true. I'm telling you, I can't watch TV anymore. I can't take it. I can't take it. I saw a Lay's potato chip commercial. I wasn't thinking about Lay's. I said, my God, I can't watch TV anymore. Y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? Some of these men, you got your wives, but you don't want to admit it right now. Honey, I don't know what he's talking about. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's true, because society is so lascivious without restraint now. That's right. Anything goes. You got people on TV, 6, 7-year-old kids cussing in movies. I've seen it. 6, 7-year-old children saying words that some of those words I've never said, even when I was a thug. Some of those words I didn't even heard of when I was a thug. What in the world are they talking about? And it's crazy. Somehow or another, I'm telling you something. Yes, economics is important. But without moral stability, no nation has a basis for a free market society. How many know that? Okay? There is no basis for a free market society if your nation is not socially stable. If you don't believe me, look at Haiti. Look at any nation in the world where you don't have social stability. You can't create a free market society because people are crazy. It's true. Herman Cain said it, crazy people, stupid people are ruining America. I agree with him. He didn't say stupid black or white, he just said stupid people. I agree with him. I bet some folks over there, man, I don't know where you came from. Seriously. Seriously, because what's more important than family? What's more important than God? Nothing. And I'll tell you, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be probably in prison or dead. So that's why I feel so strongly that moral literacy, that's got to be out in front of whatever you guys are doing when you start talking about outreach. Don't worry about what color they are. Don't worry about if you don't got enough black people to go into North Charleston. So what? Make a difference. Because you're going to get rejected. Yes, you are, but Jesus got rejected. But there's a Stacy Swimp out there waiting on you today. There's a Stacy Swimp waiting for you. But if you keep looking at somebody's skin color and you think that that's what you need to think about first, then that Stacy Swimp will end up dead. He won't be in front of somebody else 20 years from now. Constitutional illiteracy. The other pillar I talked about. Constitutional illiteracy. You know, you got politicians that ask taxpayers to do what they wouldn't even do themselves and their personal finances. Now think about this for a minute. How many of you have kids? Most of you have kids, right? Okay. How many of you, this is very important because if you answer it the other way, I want you to adopt me, please. But think about this. How many of you if you had a son or a daughter that came to you and said, Mom, Dad, can I borrow your credit card? Can I borrow your credit card? Now, some of y'all might have scored your kids. Okay, honey, here you go. But most of you can be like, no. But Dad, okay, how many of you want to do it? Now, let's just say for argument's sake, you're a little soft, you know. You like to spoil your kids, so you say, here, honey, go ahead and take the credit card, but just don't spend all of it. Don't spend all of it. And they go right ahead and max it out. And they come back and say, Dad, Mom, I know you told me not to spend all of it, but I ran out of money when I was down in Cancun. And I need you to do me a favor and extend a line of credit so I can keep having a party down here, Dad, Mom. I don't know about you, but I'm calling the police. My daughter stole my program, my credit card, and you need to go get it. But nobody, not one of you, are going to say, okay, honey, I'm going to give you all, I'm going to let you just drag your mom and I as far out as you want to. We're willing to let you cause us to lose our house and everything we work for all of our lives. How many of you are going to say, how many of you are going to do that? Nobody. And not one politician in this nation, Republican or Democrat, would do that personally, but you got politicians that want you to do that with your tax money. Isn't that interesting? And some of us keep voting for some of those suckers. Yep. Oh, she said especially in Michigan. Well, you got a good point. You remember me talking about the Davis-Bacon Act? Right? 185 Democrats voted against repealing that last year. But 48 Republicans also voted against repealing it last year. I know that. How many of you ever heard of Congressman Steve King out of Iowa? Yep. All right, great man. I love this guy. I talked to him, and he's doing the best he can to fight against this. But the biggest obstacle he has are not the Democrats. It's his fellow Republicans. Same thing in Michigan. We're trying to make Michigan a right-to-work state. We want to be South Carolina. We have a supermajority in Michigan. What does that mean? For anybody that didn't know, that means you have a Republican governor, a Republican state house, and a Republican majority state senator. And the governor's shaking his knee. He don't want to do it. He's so worried that the unions will mobilize on Michigan the way they have in other states. He doesn't put the taxpayers and the families first. Because I say that if you're an official, you serve the people, not the party. Amen.